you know what happens when most people learn something new, or they go to a seminar or a class, and then they get back to work and the phones start blowing up? You know what really tends to happen, don't you? Well, I'll tell you what tends to happen, and the answer is nothing. Nothing at all changes. So when you learn a new sales process, or you learn a new way to fix a unit, and if you don't implement it, then nothing's going to happen. You're not going to save time. You're not going to save money. You're not going to save energy. You're going to keep doing things the way you're doing them. And if you keep doing what you're doing, you keep getting what you're getting. It's that old saying, it never gets old, it never goes away, because it's so true. So I want to tell you a story about how what happened to me. And it was like 2008, 2009. I was selling ream equipment, and my supplier, the distributor, was putting on a class, and it was about flat rate pricing. And this is, like I said, 2008, 2009. And I was like, well, I don't know about this flat rate pricing thing, but it was probably 2009, 2010, because I'd been in business for maybe a year and a half, and I just know that things weren't what I thought they were going to be. I wasn't making a ton of money. I was working my ass off, working late nights, didn't have any free time anymore, building my customer base, but just not making any money. And so what did I do? The salesman was really good, and he explained all the reasons why flat rate and all that stuff, and I did drink the Kool-Aid, and I thought, this is the way to go. I need to do this. So I did it, and it was a product that was produced by James Leichter, and I didn't even know who James Leichter was, but I found out that he called himself Mr. HVAC. And he's actually still got a YouTube channel, Mr. HVAC. And I thought, whoa, this is cool. Like, if his name's Mr. HVAC, dude's got to know what he's doing, right? So I joined, I bought the program, and then there was an upsell. So his Flat Rate Plus was a program, and the name of James Leichter's software company is Aptora, and he's still in business. He does some CRM software, Successware, and Total Office Manager, these different CRM programs for dispatching. But basically they upsold me on an SEA plan, which was Safety and Efficiency Agreement. So we adopted that name, and that's what we started calling our PMs, or our tune-ups, our club membership. So that's what we called it, and we went on from there. But here's what happened. I went back to work, the phone started blowing up, and nothing changed. Like, I didn't implement the flat rate stuff, and what do you know? When you don't take something new that you've learned and you don't put it into play, and if you don't put it into play and you didn't take action to do anything about it, nothing changes. And so that's what I wanted to talk about, is that you have to take action. You have to... otherwise you keep getting the same result. So I finally got in there. It's about a year and a half later. I was like, the pain kept getting worse and worse. I'm like, shit, we got to do something here. So let's bring out this flat rate program. So we do, and it's like 350 pages, and we print a couple of books, but it's a nightmare just to find the repair for that specific piece of equipment in there. So but I found this miscellaneous section in the book, and I knew as long as I could estimate my time properly, we always made money if we used that miscellaneous section. So from that point on, we started using that for, I don't know, probably 4 years. I used that miscellaneous section, and the only other way that I adjusted my price was that through diagnostic fees. We went through all the stages where, okay, if you choose to let us make the repair, then I'm going to remove the diagnostic fee. Then we went from a small diagnostic fee, and then we went to a bigger diagnostic fee. Then we went to a local area diagnostic fee, and outside of that local area diagnostic fee, so like regions. And then we finally, just settled in on just a regular diagnostic fee. And we're still doing the region thing, but our diagnostic fees have went up tremendously through the years, just through incremental increases. And from there, then I learned about tasks. Like, you can have a way shorter book that pretty much covers, it's going to be bigger than the miscellaneous section that we used to use, but it pretty much covers like any repair. And as long as you cover the majority of your repairs and you give the technicians a way to price something that is not in the book, then you're covered. Like, everything that you do, you can make sure to cover your expenses and earn a profit. So, but the whole point of it is nothing would have changed in my company if I wouldn't have actually took something and implemented it. So if you're in any of my trainings on HVACServiceReady.com and you're learning all this stuff that I'm sharing with you and you're not implementing it, then nothing's going to change. And if nothing changes, eventually it becomes pretty painful and you lose motivation, you lose inspiration. So get in there, learn what you need to learn, implement one thing at a time. It doesn't have to be this great big, implement 30 things at once. Just take one little thing at a time. Every quarter in the year, like the first 3 months, pick 2 things to implement. Then the next 3 months, pick 2 things to implement. If you could just implement that, that's, there's 4 quarters, that's 8 new things, processes, systems, services that you could have implemented into your company that could make a drastic difference in the way you operate your business and how much money your company actually earns. And things change. Things start changing for the better. So, guys, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you're enjoying warmer weather, and go crush it this summer, guys. Go make money. Boom.